Occasionally, my work takes me into New York City to talk to people at AT&T or New York Telephone. It's very rewarding to be able to see how a project I've helped develop is applied in the operating telephone companies. I also like to contact with different people. I'm supervisor of the Turk Circuit Order Control Group. Turk stands for Trunks Integrated Records Keeping System. It's a computer-based system that helps the operating telephone companies simplify a great deal of paperwork in keeping track of Bell system telephone trunks. Turks was my second assignment after I came here from Spelman College. My first assignment was to go back to school. Through the one-year on-campus program, I earned a master's degree in electrical engineering. The labs paid tuition, expenses, and part of my salary while I studied. Then I came here to Piscataway and started working on software for Turks. It's a complex, wide-ranging system, yet it's just one of about 130 operation support systems that now exist in the Bell system. I think my work will grow even more challenging because systems like Turks will have to grow and change along with the telecommunications industry.
Bell Labs provides a lot of spare time activities, but more important, the Labs provides a stimulating environment in which to do research. The work is exciting because the people are exciting, and because personal growth, free thinking, and initiative are really encouraged. I've worked in the Computer Systems Research Department for 3 years, developing computer networks. What we are trying to do is advance the state-of-the-art in computer-to-computer communication. The Bell system depends on computers to control the telephone network, so they must be able to talk to each other quickly and economically. Mainly what I do is develop new software, but the work also involves designing new hardware and trying out a lot of ideas. The ideas we've developed are being picked up by other groups in the labs. So we've been able to do some very creative things in research that have applications in the development areas. But our research isn't related to any specific product. We do fundamental studies that in the future could be applied to telecommunications.
This approach has paid off in the past.
For example, it's how Bell Labs invented the transistor and the laser and developed satellite communications. There's always something fresh and exciting going on here. It's the most stimulating professional environment I can imagine.
I came to Bell Labs from a large company. The facilities here are much better. For example, the technical reference library is very complete, and this is especially important for my work. My work involves digital signal processing. One of the projects we are working on here is to see if we can increase the trunk capacity by signal compression. This would make digital long-haul transmission more cost-effective. It is now in experimental stage. I have a strong background in computer architectures and transmission systems. This background is valuable because computer communications is becoming more and more important. As an engineer, the better your background, the better you are able to define your problem. Once a problem is defined clearly, the solution becomes easy.
The Indian Hill Lab is about 30 miles from Chicago. It's also close to Notre Dame. With Peter still in school, that was one of the reasons I decided to come here. But there were other reasons, the job and the educational opportunities they offered.
Kathy and I work in the same department, but in different groups. We develop maintenance programs for the number 4 ESS. That's the long-distance electronic switching system. We develop programs that are used to detect and recover from errors in the switching system. The recovery has to take place quickly so that telephone calls and other information going through the switcher aren't seriously affected.
We both do a lot of programming, but I deal more with the hardware than Peter does. Really like this interaction between the hardware and the software. It's the kind of job I wanted when I came out of school.
I'm a designer in the residential telephone department. We have engineering responsibility for trim line sets, princess sets, desktop telephones, and wall sets that you may have in your own home. We design new telephones and improve the existing sets. Ideas for improvements can come from us at the labs or AT&T, Western Electric, or the operating companies. In this project, I designed a new handset cradle made out of molded plastic instead of cast metal for this wall set. We're testing prototypes right now. When I graduated from Ohio State, I had other job offers, but I chose the labs because of its graduate degree program. I chose Indianapolis because here I could have a chance to work with the product, the telephone set. Bell Labs has encouraged my affirmative action activities, both at work and in the community. I helped build this replica of R2-D2 as a project for the National Society of Black Engineers. The kids really love it.
Maria and I are from Cuba originally, so we're bringing up our kids to be bilingual. Columbus is just about the ideal place for us.
We wanted to live in a small town with little traffic and slow pace of life and yet be close to a big city.
I supervise a group that does the program administration and system tests for the switch and control center system. That's an operation support system that maintains remotely about 30 electronic switching offices. The switch and control center system allows us to maintain all those electronic switchers from a centralized location using software. It involves a lot of data manipulation. I joined the labs right out of school. I wanted to do real work, useful work right away. By joining the labs, I was able to do that and get my master's degree by going to Columbia University part-time. I got exactly what I wanted.
If you like the outdoors, Denver's the place. It's beautiful here. We do very challenging and stimulating work in a field that's going to become increasingly more important. That is the application of digital technology to telecommunications. At the Denver lab, we design and develop communication systems for our business customers. Recently, I started work in a group involved in advanced planning for our next generation of business communication systems. I came to the labs with experience and a master's degree, so I started on a key project right away. But if you're just out of school, the labs provides a good orientation. In addition to the graduate degree programs, we also have a fine selection of continuing in-house education programs. Within the labs, we also have access to some of the finest technical minds in the telecommunications and computer-related fields.
I'm Bill Blinn, Director of Technical Employment at Bell Labs in Murray Hill, New Jersey. You've just seen a small sampling of the many opportunities in telecommunications here at the labs. If you'd like to find out more about us, please see one of our recruiters or pick up one of our recruiting brochures. Or you can write directly to me.